Test, 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 test. Make sure it's not frozen here. I'm just gonna pick a character to teach you how to draw. What's up, Dougley? How are you? There's already 3 comments? See, I gotta get... Why can't I view the comments? It's weird. I might have to pull it up over here, actually. Or go get my... Brer Rabbit, Figment, Flounder, Snow White. Is this all from today? It's live now, okay. Charger Binks. Who's Echo? I don't know Echo. Echo. Oh, I'm good. I'm trying to manage like 8 things right now. I have to go get my other thing. 40 people in here. I'm going to get my other so I can Mickey. Let me mute this. There is an echo? I can look it up. Sorry, I don't have my new iPad in rotation yet. I think you were saying you can hear an echo. So let me go to Facebook so I can read it over here. Snow White, Goofy, Tower of Terror, Bellhop. That would be interesting. Okay, let's pick one of these so I can teach you how to draw these characters. I might X out in here. Okay, back to me. Frozen. Dopey. What was the last one? I was going to show you how to do Genie or draw Genie. I know I haven't put anything on paper yet. These recent ones, 1 minute ago. Okay, here's how to draw Genie. Getting a slowdown. Okay, let's draw Genie. This is sort of a surprise Genie. So with every character, I always start with a... For Genie, you're going to start with an oval. For this particular Genie, I would do something like this. Okay. And then I always split right around the nose. I draw this line right down the middle here. See that? Is there still like comments that I'm not getting that are coming in? I feel like there is, and I'm missing them. Talking garbage can. Oh yeah, Will Smith is Genie. Right, good evening. What's up, Alex? Linda, Christopher Robbins, Figment. Okay, so I always split it here. So start it, you got like a cross going on in the middle, and then I usually start with the nose. So for Genie's nose, think of like a U. So there's Genie's nose. And it starts going in and up. And this will start wrapping around or start making the eye. But you'll have a little excess of line up top that will probably make his eyelash or whatever. Sorcerer Apprentice would be a good one to teach you. So this is basically an oval, and then you're going to put a circle in there for his eye. And I might kind of add a point to the tip of his nose, kind of like that, but it's rounded like that. Okay. Let me say hello to Suited for Disney. Okay. Got that? This isn't working correctly, I don't think, because I'm sure other people are talking and I'm not getting it. My daughter drawing. Oh wow, that's very good. She won enter to Disney. Amazing work. Okay, so now you're going to have the oval, another oval over here. This is for his second eye. And then I have something like that. Okay. I have to keep clicking back for whatever reason. I don't know why this is not like loading chat. Okay, so you have his two eyes here. Just circles, and I leave a point in there, right? Like, I leave an opening in there. Okay. Now you'll add a line over here, kind of forming down. So these are pretty identical here, right? Now what you're going to do is draw a U, but that U is going to form into the nose, like the tip of the nose, and it's going to continue over here, right? And you're going to do those smile line, a smile line, just basically something like that, and these two are almost connecting, but not exactly, right? Then you cut down a little bit, and this is where the other part of the smile starts coming down, and it's going to shoot up and out. Longer than this line that you have here. So come in a little bit here and start going up, and then form it back like that. If that makes sense. And then you're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 spots for his teeth. I have to keep clicking back in. I don't know why. Anybody's wondering, oh, Orlando Magic are losing Toronto. Okay, thank you, Alex, Olaf. And then up top, so just think of these as like rectangles, but they start forming, and you have like points at the end for his teeth, right? And you're gonna do 1, 2, 3 up here. Okay. My phone's at low battery. Great, thank you. And now we do our mountain for the tongue. So remember I showed you that previous video. So down and then come up to kind of the middle and then down again. And then you have these, the opening of the mouth kind of cut in from these teeth. And leave a little excess here and cutting in and up. And then you can color this in. So there's the start of Genie. And I don't understand why this thing isn't working like it should. Unreliable. Genie. This is original Genie. It looks like the Genie to me. Genie. Yep. So now, because of this smile line, what you're going to do is draw this down. Starts wrapping the face, but leaving some space here. And this is going to wrap around and up. And this is going to be kind of thick. Okay. When you get to this point, you're going to wrap that down. Kind of like an S. It's going to kind of come around like this. And it has like a circle at the end. And this starts forming back. And you can fill all this in. Okay. Now, this is going to kind of flatten out like it's forming up into the face. And as this goes up, it's getting closer to the face. So it's going in. And then he has another little smile line kind of at the tip, like the bridge of the nose here. I have to leave and then come back for whatever reason. I don't know why these things. Have you ever drawn Honest John from Pinocchio? And if so, don't want to waste your time. No, I don't think I have. So that smile line is there. And this line that comes down is kind of leading into this part of that smile. So you have that. Okay. Now come down this part of the smile and come up, and it starts wrapping like that, like a hook. And then as this kind of goes up, it's going to lead up into his eyebrow. Which is looking like that. And part of his ear is shown up there. Okay. Kind of like a triangle, round triangle. You're going to cut in a little bit, and as this, kind of like a little bit of a mountain here. You see that? And his other eyebrow. I don't even know how many people are in here. You know what it is? I think if I just click into it, then I can see the chat. That's what was happening. How about Elliot from Peach Dragon sometime? Please and thank you. We got 29 people in here. Guys, feel free to send me a friend request if you want to see these after I'm done with them. I think I can get the chat now. Let me plug this other. I gotta get another one of these plugs going on. Just didn't want my phone to die. Okay. So then the ear, a little bit down from the eyebrow, it starts coming up and back. Another triangle, and as that triangle comes down, it's going out, and you're gonna make like a circle at the bottom. I'll probably bring it more over here. I think that might have been right, actually. Okay. And then a little bit in, this is sort of just tracing the outside of that. You're going to have like a curve in here. Kind of like a backwards H. Okay. Backwards H. And this is going to go, you're going to cut in just a little bit from this ear down, and then go like that. Thank you. Thank you, Evie. Now all you got to do is do the earring, which is like 2 U's, but you're not going to see it when it goes behind his ear, and this is kind of round there, so you can draw that, color that in if you want to. Now all you have is a half circle up here for his ponytail. There you go. And there's Jeannie. You can, this is like part of Jeannie's body here. So you can draw a line here if you want. And then over here. Draw a line down there like that. So there's Jeannie. Hopefully you learned something. We did our ovals here. We did our nose here, with our smile here, and that's Jeannie. All right, we're about 20 minutes in. I'm gonna take some more requests here. I need to get some water or something. My throat is parched. Thank you, Harry. Okay, I'll be right back and get some water. Honest John. Alright, we're at 5 characters for my 20 character tutorial. I did 3 last night. I did 1 this morning. I'm doing 1 now. I just did 1. Jeannie. Honest John you'd like to see. From, what movie is that from? Honest John Disney. Yeah, we should do a Sorcerer's Apprentice. Okay. A lot of these are going to be head sculpts because they're easier to do the head sculpts of them. Okay, let's do Honest John. I might just do the upper half of Honest John. Donald will probably be one that we do. Okay. How's everybody doing tonight? How's everyone? Good? I'm just going to do Honest John now from Pinocchio. All right, here we go. Again, starting with a circle. And I'm going to split it this way. And why I split it that way is because his nose is going to show up over here. Okay. His nose, Honest John. It's like half of an oval. Rainy day, how are you? I'm all right. Watching while working a Braves game. Nice. Rudy. And you can fill that in if you want with the color you're using. Okay. Next, you're going to have a line coming off the top and going up and kind of diagonal. Okay. Line like that. Down here, you have a line that kind of comes up. Think of that smile. Right? And you have a smile line like so. Now, as you bring this line down, you bring it down and then start curving it because this is where the mouth is going to be opened. And again with our tongue, like a mountain, but you add this line in here, and we're going to color in this area here. Okay. Now all you got to do, this area, leave like a little bit of a space and just start tracing, not tracing, but going around the edge of this, and as it gets to the top, it's just going to fan out. Okay, this is Honest John from Pinocchio. So here's a tip for you. See this line here? Somewhere in here, you're going to draw an oval, right? You think that's his eye, but all you're going to do is in the middle of it, you're going to start doing that. And that gives you his eye. So you basically just split that eye in half and it gave you his eye because this part is going to be his eyelid. So think of that when you're drawing eyelids. Now this gives you your perfect eye. So now kind of do like a half circle here and then another half circle to give him his eye. Just kind of curve it as you're connecting the two. Okay. And now his eye brows. Okay. I added like a little bit of stuff going on here to give it that bushiness, right? And then come back to this, and then as this is coming up, it starts fanning out because you're going to wrap it around this side. And it's going to connect back here. Something like that. You can do the same thing over here. You have partial eye, and then put a line coming down. So you split that eye, and that's his eyelid. So half circle, and then fill that in. Okay. Now you're going to do the same little sort of thing here, connecting them and curve it as you're connecting it, right? So now let's go down to this smile and cut in a little bit. And as you kind of add this hook here, you're gonna do these little cut ins, triangle type things, and another triangle here. And that's gonna form up to his, it's like an L. Got it? So you're gonna see on the other part, you're gonna see part of his, so when I'm over here by his nose, it's kind of like a, you can just do like a line like this. It's curved in, but then you start adding stuff to it. Adding his like fur and stuff. Add like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then draw a little line off of those. Those are his whiskers. Honest John, yeah. And now, continuing up, you just add like a little bit of fur. All I do is something like this. Moving the pencil a little bit. And then as this comes up, there's a point. So it goes up and then it wraps back into itself. Up, point. Kind of like the eyelids again. How our eyes are like that. Okay. And then coming down, a little bit like that. Next we got to draw a hat, and you guys are probably like, oh boy, I got to draw a hat now. But all you're going to do for a hat is draw a square, or kind of like a rectangle, right? There's sort of the guideline of that. And then off of that, you just start, well, his hat is a little bit busted because he's not really honest, right? So off of that, you're going to add like a circle. If you did a circle and then like 3 triangles, that's what that looks like. I didn't show you. So circle, circle and a triangle combined together. And then a line coming up and over. Right? Honest John, almost done. We gotta have down here, this is gonna wrap the hat around so it's wrapped around in the back of that rectangle and then going up and over. Kind of like a sideways S. If you turn it this way, it's an S. So it's like an S that's wrapped around. And right here, I'm going to do his ear. His ear is basically a triangle, and then another triangle split in the middle, and then another triangle here, and that gives you his fur. I'm just going to bring this fur down here. And that's Honest John. Put another little line here for his hat, and then wrap this hat a little bit more connected. Does that make sense to you all? Honest John. Are you guys learning? Is this helping? I think it is. Okay, there's Honest John. About 30 minutes in. You want to do Bambi? I can do Bambi. Hopefully you're learning some tips from this. Let's draw Bambi. Let me disconnect my phone over here because it's probably running out of battery. Connect this in. Okay, Bambi. Let's do a Bambi head here. We'll do a Bambi head or the butterfly. How about that? That good for you? Okay, if we're drawing Bambi, another thing you can do is combine, like we did, we combined shapes with Honest John. So what we'll do, we'll start Bambi with a kind of like an oval. And I'll add another circle here for Bambi's snout or nose and mouth, right? And I'll split this along that line. Bambi's nose will be here, and I'll split it like that. So I think we're at 7 characters. This will be 8. So I'm not going to start with the nose because the eye is at the intersection. So the eye is kind of like this. Not exactly a circle, but like a line down and then a line up and then it's kind of pointed here. Bambi has like a thick area going on up here. And then when I'm doing like eyelashes, I just flick the fingers like that a little bit and get some sort of eyelashes going on, right? Okay. Inside of Bambi's eye here, you're going to have your circle. It's kind of cut off here, but it's pretty much a perfect circle. And then you have inside of that the darker area. And you're going to leave a little bit of white right here. So think of like Pac-Man. This would be Pac-Man. You have an opening here that's like a triangle, and then the rest is just filled in. So leave this little spot here for the eye, right? You can darken this area in darker, more dark, right? There's the eye. Now there's like a little triangle coming off of that point, little point there of the eye, and you got to do the eyelid. Which is like a half circle up here. And you fill that in. Okay. Now what you're going to do is wrap all of this around, kind of close on this side, and wrapping kind of like an oval all the way around. Okay. Like an oval, and then it's going to be like dark around the edges, like the top part, all the way till you get to the eyelashes here. And you can fill this in a little bit with color if you want. You don't have to. Okay. Now what you're going to do is like leave a little bit of space here and start. This is where we're gonna do Bambi's mouth, right? Make a curved line, backward C kind of, not complete C, but kind of curved. Okay, so what does Bambi's nose look like? Kind of like you have a square here. You have a rectangle here along this side, and then a kind of like a diamond up top here. Sort of dark along this edge, And what I tend to do after I draw the square is I start like forming it more, rounding it where I need to. Okay. It's pretty dark on the sides because there's light shining from up above, right? Now on this point here, start drawing down and away, down and to the right. I'm gonna make like an opening like that. That's where the mouth is. And then start cutting back and around. So you have that. Hopefully this... It's hard when it's like telling you like a shape that you don't even know what that shape would be, and you kind of fill this in with color, right? Go over here, leave like a space, and then just start kind of following that other line. It's pretty much the same, right? We're almost done here. Now, what you want to do, at this point, start cutting down and back and start giving it a kind of like a wrapped around. Bambi has fur. Just think of like triangles, and it's going up as you do it. Okay. Then from here, it's going to go out and up and back. Another little line to add there because that's going to be like the shine. And when you get to the top, have this like, you can think of like an oval that will form Bambi's head, and you can attach it to this spot over here because we're not going to do the ears yet, but just think of that like this is one big circle. Okay. Give Bambi a little bit of hair up top, these little triangles that I cut back, and then over to the right. Bambi's ears are going to be leading off the page, but it's going to be filled in there. Okay. And this is going to connect, go down, and it's going to connect to the other ear. And this is going to connect to this other spot that we were doing down here. So just think of a triangle, but add a little bit of roundness to it. Thank you, Carol. This is going to be round down here. You can add a line, because this is where Bambi's eye is. You can add a line there. Now at this point, we came down into the eye here. And from this point, this kind of splits off, and this is going to lead up into that ear. So I just kind of round it up. It's like down, up, and then back in. And then this splits in the middle. We have another little line going on leading back into that. And then the ear, there's like a little spot here for the ear where it's like colored in. Okay. And this splits off as well. Now you just got to do Bambi's neck, which as this comes down, the neck comes out and then back in. And you can add a little bit of like that. And the neck over here, leading back to Bambi's back. And Bambi has these little squares going on, kind of rounded. I think you can see it on the... And then we'll just kind of connect that as Bambi's back is going rounded off in the back there. Add another little square here. And I see another square, but it's interchanged, so it's like every other. And then over here. Now Bambi has 1, 2, 3, 4 little lines on the nose there. If you're going to draw this butterfly, do an oval, another oval, smaller, bigger oval on the back end, smaller oval coming up, another little smaller oval, and then even smaller oval there. And the head of this butterfly is an oval that leads to a point like that. Circle for the eye, and then just kind of like that. Another little circle in there. And you could put a smile on the butterfly's mouth with a smile line. And these little tentacles come up, and there's a circle at the top. And then leave a little space. Put another one there. Okay. Now, at this point, after this first circle, you're gonna come up, down, and do something like that. And do some circles in the middle of it, like so. There's like this little, think of like a teardrop, kind of like that, coming back. Now, this will kind of overlap. You'll have like something like that where you have to cut in and up and bring it back down. And this will connect to the second oval that is coming down. Thank you, Amanda. And as that starts cutting up, you'll have these cut-ins here. And do 1, 2, 3 circles. And then you'll have another and this will connect to the top of the head, kind of like that. And the same sort of thing going on here. 1, 2, just think of like clouds at this point. And this will cut in. And you'll do 1, 2, 3. Okay. There's Bambi. I think those are the 3 I'm going to do tonight. We did 3 tonight. I did 1 this morning, so there's 4, and we did 3 last night. So there's how to draw Bambi. And you can fill this all in if you want with some color. You're just doing sketches, so you want to do Bambi's tail real quick. Bambi's tail. Kind of like a triangle. And these cut-ins as well. Fill that in. Okay, there's Bambi. We did Bambi. We did Honest John, head sculpt. Bambi was the bigger piece. It's cute. And then we did Genie. So those were the 3 tonight. I went for 47 minutes. Thanks for watching tonight, guys. It's a series I'm doing for tutorials. So 3 tonight, 3 last night. I think I did 3 last night. I'm pretty sure it was 3. And I did 1 this morning that wasn't live. I taped it. So we're at 7, I believe. 7 of these characters that I taught you how to draw. I got 13 more to go. So we'll do those over the next few nights. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow or what, but we'll get to them. And then we'll just keep continuing on. I'll teach you how to do it, all these characters. You're welcome, Carol. So with that, I will say goodnight to you guys. Hopefully you are all well. And I will talk to you soon. Send me a friend request if you want to see these. I will take pictures of them and post them to my own Facebook. And then you can see my digital work that I'm working on as well. So that's it for me. I will talk to you soon. Have a great night and a wonderful Wednesday. Peace.